Cedric, one of the things, it is cold, but it is dry. So that's kind of both stories today. We're talking about this cold weather, but dry conditions.
Yeah, that's right. And the dry conditions have been with us for the past 2 months and continues to be that way. So without any beneficial rainfall, we're going to continue to have those dry conditions. The one good thing is the wind is not as strong today, so we're not looking as high of a fire danger today, but still it's pretty bad out there. Let's look at the temperatures from this morning because it was a frigid start to the day across the Tennessee Valley. This is like the heart of wintertime like numbers here out there, as many folks down in the low 20s, 21 in Dayton and over towards Altamont. We dropped down to 24 in Dalton, 25 in Athens, 23 in Cleveland this morning, 21 in Murphy, and look at that, even Fort Payne at 22 degrees. So a very cold start out there. And as we jump ahead now, at least the sunshine and the light winds are helping to warm these temperatures up just a little bit now. We're up to 47 degrees currently in Chattanooga with that sunshine, but again, the air still bone dry out there. Basically no humidity, no moisture in the air, and that's of course leading to that elevated fire danger risk all across the Tennessee Valley. But look at these numbers. Yeah, they're a little better than yesterday, but they're still on the chilly side and well below normal. 46 in Blue Ridge and Murphy, 46 in Cleveland, 46 Dayton and Altamont. We've got 47 in Chattanooga, 48 in Lafayette in the warm spot right now, 50 degrees in Fort Payne and Calhoun. Now, high pressure, the big blue H is in charge of our forecast, and if you notice the temperature change over the past 24 hours, the big story that we're noticing, yeah, these numbers are about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So this is the beginning of a warming trend. And what we're going to notice in the overall weather pattern, the big blue H here, is not going to do much to help with our much needed rain chances that we want to see across the area. But what it will do, as high pressure, as it begins to shift away, is going to take this cold Arctic air mass and shift it towards the north and east. So as we go into the weekend and beyond, we're going to see an improving conditions as those winds come in out of the south, and that's all of a sudden going to start to bring us some much warmer air back to the region. So if you're not a big fan of the Arctic chill, don't worry, we've got a warming trend heading our way as we head towards the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Now let's talk about the dry conditions because the new drought monitor just came out this morning here about an hour or two ago, and you can see, yeah, things have gotten worse, and as expected across the Tennessee Valley. Most of the area now under an extreme drought. That is a level 4 out of 5. You only go up to exceptional from here, and notice now most of the area under that extreme except for the far eastern areas over towards the Blue Ridge there, but you guys are still under a severe drought as well. So we desperately need some rainfall here in the Tennessee Valley, and look at the rainfall projections over the next 7 days. This is not good news, folks. In fact, I wish I had better news for you, but this is absolutely worst case scenario. We're talking potentially a trace to 1/10 of an inch of precipitation, but even that, as you see, is going to be very isolated or patchy in nature. So no widespread rain events, at least in the near term. Now, looking ahead just beyond the next 7 days, I do think as we get towards the second half of next week, we may see a storm system that could provide us with some slightly wetter conditions. Fingers crossed, because other than that, I really don't see any really beneficial rainfall chances heading our way, at least over the next 5 to 7 days. For the rest of today, lots of sunshine, a little warmer than where it has been. We'll still climb into the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees or so here in the Tennessee Valley. And then tonight, get ready for another cold night. We'll drop back into the upper 20s to low 30s, but obviously that's warmer than where we have been. But here's the good news. Look at this, Latrice. Heading into the weekend, sunshine and a warming trend. So despite the fact that we need some much needed rainfall, at least temperatures are going to warm up. So if you're not a fan of the cold weather, your Storm Alert 7-day forecast going into the weekend is going to have some improving conditions. And again, we're going to keep our fingers crossed by the second half of next week of maybe a chance of rain.